anybody has any questions, I think maybe later on this afternoon we might have like a question and answer session also. So if anybody wants to ask me any questions on anything, even person, not two person, but I'll be happy to answer. While I was standing on the side, I had an opportunity to watch some of the drills and also talk to some of the coaches as far as what to talk on today. And there are several things that I would like to talk on, but we only have time for one or two things. What I basically like to talk on is defense, and that is one of the most enjoyable part of the games that I think of the game of basketball, because basketball is played on both ends of the court. It's not just scoring. And granted, the way to win a game is to have more points than the opponent, but in order to score, you have to have the ball. And to get the ball, play good defense, and deny the other team from scoring. And so I really enjoy playing defense, and I'm going to go over some basic things that you should try and know. Also, especially some of the girls, I've noticed that a little bit slow of foot. And I think I would like to show you some footwork drills that I do, or that I have done when I was younger, and trying to get in shape. Because footwork is so important in the game of basketball. It's all played with the legs, the game of basketball. The legs and your mind, not your hands. Because you have a tendency to start reaching, and when you reach, you get foul trouble. And when you start reaching, it's because you're tired, and instead of bending your knees, you start standing up, and then they call the foul zone. Before I get into defense, I want to go over one thing that offensively, as far as holding the ball and protecting the ball. And green ball. Okay. What I notice offensively, a lot of you have problems doing a lot of things, but this is one thing that might help to control the ball. And this is a drill that I learned if you have as many people, or if you just have a friend that you're out practicing with, just one person. But if you've got 3 people, what you want to do is, and you do this when a lot of times you get double teamed or you have one person. Again, balance comes into play, your legs comes into play. You always have to be on balance in the game of basketball, whether you're running or whether you're standing still. Okay? Once you're off balance, you're either going to travel, you're going to fall, and it just does not go along with the game. So this is one drill that I was showing as far as protecting the ball. If you use your dribbling the ball, all of a sudden you pick it up, and somebody comes on you. A lot of times, I've seen several players get back on. You have a pivot foot. You can do anything you want to on that one foot. You want to be able to do anything. Okay? But a lot of you think that you don't have a pivot foot, and you can't move anywhere but backwards. That's the only movement that you make. If the defensive player is here, he's on me. Okay? All you start going like this, and you're holding the ball out here. Well, if he's playing defense, and I keep going back like this, and holding the ball in front of him, what's he going to do? Take the ball right away from you. Okay? But I want to keep that defense away from you. So I'll even go into you. Okay? But again, you want to protect the ball. So this is a drill that I learned in protecting the ball. I want you guys, both you guys, okay, stand close to me. And I want you to try and slap the ball away from you. Okay? Now when you're moving the ball, you've got to be holding it very firm. You don't want to be squeezing it. Because if you're squeezing it and concentrating on putting so much pressure on it, you don't have control of the ball to be able to get rid of it to a teammate. Okay, so you want to hold it firm. So if they're going to slap, they're going to slap you on the arms and get called for foul. Okay? When you have the ball and you're moving it, again, you want to be able to pivot any which way. Okay? Always balance. Any way, you can go anywhere you want to without on one foot. Okay? Whatever foot it is. Now with the ball, what you want to do, you want to keep it in the chest area. Always, you don't want it out in here. Okay? If I bring it out to the defense, again, they're going to take it away or slap it. So you want to keep it in the chest area. Constantly moving. And sometimes you're going to have to bring it down low and also bring it high. But again, you're holding on to the ball firm. Now I want you guys to be aggressive, okay? Okay, you ready? Move your hands, try to get the ball. stay this way if the defense is right here. And if you are like this, you've got to protect the ball. Always have your body in between the ball and the defensive man. But you want to be able to move it here, okay, and keep it away from the defense. That's one thing I notice a lot of times. You guys got to be able to move. Whether you're pivoting, whether you're on offense trying to score, you're going to dribble, you're going to pass, you're going to shoot, or if you're playing defense. You've got to be able to move those ways and be on balance. Balance, as I said, is very important in the game of basketball. Defensively, I'm going to start talking about that basic fundamental. Again, you want to be balanced. Your feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width. You don't want to have them way out here because, again, you're off balance. If you have your legs too far apart, you can't move. Same thing if they're too close. You're off balance, somebody pushes me, I'm going to fall right over. The weight is on the balls of your feet. Okay? You want your feet pretty straight, pretty much straight. You don't want them back in here, turned out with your heels. Because what you'll do is you'll have a tendency to get your weight on your heels. And when, again, the weight is on the heels, you're going to fall backwards. The weight is on the toes, you're going to fall forwards. You want the weight on the balls of your feet. Okay? If I get an offensive man out with the ball. If he's on the top of the key, okay? When I line up, I'm basically going to play him straight up. One foot is going to be a little bit further in front than the other, because that helps give you some more balance. Okay? But if I play a little bit, and I know he's a right-handed dribbler, I'm going to overplay his right hand a little bit. So I'm going to split him right down the middle. Okay, with this leg, I know he's a right-handed dribbler. So I split him right down the middle. You understand that? So that one foot is going to be right in between his legs. Because I know he's a right-handed dribbler, and that means he's coming right into me, right in here. Okay, so if he makes that dribble into me, make a dribble. Come into me. I'm already there. Okay? I'm giving him the left side because I know he's not a very strong left-handed dribbler. So when you're playing defense, you have to know your offense. You have to know your offensive player. The basic thing is to bend your knees and to be on the balls of your feet. One thing that I work on when I'm by myself is because I know I have to have my knees bent. Again, you're on balance. You've got to be able to move right in here. Now I had some kids a couple of weeks ago stay just like this for 2 minutes. I wouldn't let them get up. They had to be in a defensive position for 2 minutes. And in those 2 minutes, I mean, you play a game of basketball. Well, high school is what, 8-minute quarters? So you've got 32 minutes in a game. And I bet half of you, more than half of you, as much as they felt after 2 minutes being like this, I bet a lot of you are not sore after a 32-minute game because you don't play defense. You don't bend your knees. And this was after 2 minutes. They could not walk for 3 days. For 3 days, they were sore. They were complaining and moaning and saying, "Oh, my legs are killing me." You've got to be able to feel it in here. And it's not only defense, like I said, it's offense too. Your legs are always bent. Offensively, when you're attacking the basket, your knees have got to be bent. If I'm standing straight up, as a defensive person, I'm not going to play defense on you because you're not an offensive threat. Because I know you can't shoot with your legs straight. You better bend your knees. I know you can't make a dribble with your legs straight. You have to have your knees bent to dribble. Same thing with the pass. You're not going to get anything on your pass with your legs straight. You've got to be bent. You have to bend your knees in the game of basketball. Defensively also, again, you want to have your knees bent and the balance. Balls, you want the weight on the balls of your feet. With your hands, you want your hand, a lot of players will play out here But I like them in here, because if I've got a person dribbling, and your palms are going to be up, that is also going to help the balance. A lot of times when you're playing defensively, you have a tendency to slap down. So if I bring the ball, come on. Okay, if he's got the ball, right? He's the offensive man. He's already picked up his dribble. And I'm all over him like this. I slap down. What is the official going to do? Reach. Usually call a foul. Because he slapped down. Whether I hit him or the ball. Okay? They will call a foul. It's a natural reaction. Because once you hit down, they just think you're automatically going to foul. So what you want to do, if he's got the ball, I'm going to get up. You're sneaky, aren't you? Okay, when you hit up, a lot of times when you're playing, hit up on the ball. He's protecting the ball well, so I can't get the ball anyway. So I'm going to be all over.